Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to our customary slaughtering of the Burning Wind Nomads. I have no idea why they are about to let me do this. Feels very foolish to me. I think we're pretty close to setting up our camp, so we could feast, but also I guess there's probably not much of a reason to do so. This battle is going to go down in a pretty different way than a lot of our battles have gone down. So we could send just our hunter to deal with Ronghuo, and the rest of us can just stack up at the side of the map where the reinforcements are going to come in and devour them as they show up. I will say that we do not have, like, don't get me wrong, this is a beneficial situation for us. This is helping us a lot more than it's helping them, because their army is very ranged unit heavy. But it definitely feels better to do this with an army that's like heavy infantry, you know, black orcs or dwarves or something. The fact that we really want to be charging our opponents all the time is going to make this a little awkward. The fact that they're going to come in right on top of each other is going to make our magic pretty great, though. Okay, so like I'm saying, basically, y'all just kind of... Well, it really annoys me to, like, I don't know, that formation won't fit in the area instead of just squishing it to fit in the area, which is tech that we know they have already because they use it when we try to draw troops, like a movement order.
Ogre hunter.
I don't know. Okay. Go get him. And you lot basically just... Nope, that didn't work for some reason. Click and drag. Here we go. You lot just get up over here. See, this is what I'm talking about. They don't have a problem moving the units around normally. It's just during... For some reason, they're using very different logic during setup, during deployment.
For the god mouth.
Nothing can escape. Limb from limb.
All right, you know what? Maybe go Stonehorn him in melee. This might actually be much more effective. Did you just whiff completely? Look at our wizard's happy little gait. So overjoyed to be running to combat. I'm a little worried that the Noblars are not going to be able to cross the map in 2 minutes. It's not a big deal. No, I would like to await reinforcement. What? Why would it even give me that choice at this moment? Like, I don't necessarily think that's a wild action to be allowed, but I would like to devour those reinforcements. It's saying he's giving up. It's not making this very clear, and it's using a kind of an unusual UI choice there. That's not the way the game generally looks. But no, I definitely want to, I want to fall in and devour me some ranged troops. So yeah, this is just their way of telling you, hey, you don't have to fight the rest of these dudes. You did win the battle already. Wait, why are there ogres in my selection? Are there units of ogres? Oh, some people got caught on the enemy lord. Is he permanently broken? We should probably have the hunter stay on him until he's permanently broken. Or dead, whichever. Because the hunter can report to the new front quite quickly. Just order these new units in. Is this dude done for yet? Oh, yeah, you actually killed him. Okay. That being the case, please make your way to the fighting. Yeah, and everybody's on their way over. Oh, sorry, the new Lord also came in at a different part of the line, so harder to see.
Ogre Slaughtermaster!
Want to make sure we have enough room to execute a decent charge. Okay, the Noblars are just starting to get here. Well, march on them. And I mean, like, if I'm gonna do a big maw, I should do it right now while they're still showing up, right? Because I want to do it before I move my troops in. Actually, I'm a little worried that if I start the charge now, we're gonna get clipped by it. Let's let it go off. Criminy. Alright, the gunners can just get charged. Y'all should try to trend more centerward. Fight the actual melee troops, especially them as has halberds and whatnot. Don't need any jade warriors getting all up in the ogres. And then yeah, munch. Go forth and feast. This is also a good time to fire off the thunder mace, probably. Have that go off before the ogres actually get here. But yeah, this is over already, right? It's gotta be. There's no way they survive this. Okay. I think approximately everybody has orders.
I say pray! All pray is due! My next trophy!
Leader of butchers!
This is not how Cathayan gun troops want to engage in battle.
The more calls! The more calls! Ogres!
There's some bits over here in the middle where we could add a little bit more meat.
Find a meal! Ogres! Here we
That's gonna hurt. Oh, okay. I mean, it still hurts, but it's not the, I was assuming it was gonna be the bad thing, you know. So this is a single unit spell. This is, even when overcast, yeah, a lot of this stuff, unfortunately, we don't have good group spells. And it doesn't feel like we really need to just push our stats. Here, we'll push combat stats. Just don't lose in combat against halberd troops, because that would be embarrassing for the lot of us.
Law's right hand!
Okay, now it's basically just going to be them casting spells and dying en masse. I can't believe they took this battle, frankly. Is anybody really injured? We can control guts. Y'all, I guess?
Me! Biggest in the tribe!
Alright.
I feel the hunger!
It feels like casting any damage spells here would probably be counterproductive. We're probably going to get a lot of own goals.
Iron guts! The cleaver wielder!
I can't believe it took them this long to give up. Some of our reinforcements are almost present. So they only have one unit left on the map, and it's fully surrendered. But the battle's not in. I have concern. Now they have no units left on the map. They all...
Fresh meat!
Are we preventing the last of their units from entering? Is that what it is? Yes, that is in fact what it was. We had to step back and make room for them to join the map. Okay. We pressed them so thoroughly that they literally couldn't step over the border. Imagine what it's like for the poor unit that has to stand just outside of the imaginary line on the ground that's where the battle is. And the whole time their lord is like, "No, don't you shoot. That's not fair. Those aren't the rules. You stay right there until they back up." So a mere 571 kills for our one cast of the Maw plus our one Thunder Mace. And, you know, like, Goff did get to just stand in the middle of a bunch of enemy ranged units and hit them with a mace. I kind of wish that it was split up for wizards, that like there were two numbers. Maybe any magic kills a unit gets appear on like a blue banner above their weapon damage kills. Not because it would be meaningful. I'm just curious. So we have completely obliterated the army that is sitting in that settlement, and we halved the settlement garrison. And we lost essentially nothing. When a settlement garrison loses a battle, I don't think it's necessarily eliminated if it's not actually a settlement battle. Wow, 100 gold or 30 meat. I guess ransom is not effective against people who have no economy. Yeah, we'll take the meat. Got ourselves a crummy scarecrow banner. Valiant defeat. Sure, seems legit. Let's, we could starve them, but why? I'll say this. They are definitely much more positioned to do damage, at the very least, in this battle. We are going to have to deal with actual structures that will allow them to fire their weapons. I think a lot of them never got to fire. Ooh, like a proper city map, too. We really haven't seen that many proper city maps. It was like one campaign of fighting almost entirely in Norska, followed by a campaign of fighting almost entirely in the ogre settlements in the mountains. So we haven't gotten to see a lot of siege maps that are in like proper castle-y territories. Maybe that would have been a good reason to play as the Western Ogre tribe, just so that we could rampage across the Empire and see more of those maps. For our next campaign, I'm gonna look around and see where it makes sense to be. Like we might try Kislev, and maybe like the southernmost Kislev force. I don't know exactly where their two legendaries are located, but I wanna fight vampires and stuff. I want to see more of these city maps. Oh, this one's cool. These guys are like, here, it's right here. Just claim our city, please. They know what's up. So 2 minutes in, we're going to get reinforcements over here. I'm not going to put anything on that side of the map. We're going to let the reinforcements have a clean approach. So we're just going to do that thing we do where we basically just break the army. I think we can just break this army in half. Just approach from two sides. This side gets the wizard.
I feel the hunger.
And then the rest of the army is group 2. And they push over here. We could try to break this up into 2 groups along the wall, I suppose, but I don't really see as it is valuable to do so. Don't think you gotta be in the back. Okay. They have enough units in total to put up like a full-sized army worth of units, but remember the number of bodies between what's left of the two forces. They have units, but the number of actual bodies in those units is quite small, so I'm not too worried about this. It is a shame though that ogres cannot do damage to, or ogres can't climb walls. We can't ladder at all. Actually, you know what? Let me send a couple units of ogres this way. Maybe even one more than that. A couple of you. You two get over here, provide a little bit of backup. Okay, yeah, that gives everybody explicit orders. On this side, we have way fewer actual options. So yeah, everybody that doesn't currently have orders, I guess, just kind of get in the middle. I mean, we can have the Dopplars climb the wall and try to interfere with the gunners. I suppose. And you two, I don't know, just get over here. Figure it out.
No speak.
Can I drop the big punch on top of the wall? Nope, it won't let me cast it on a wall. Am I allowed to cast the maw on a wall? Some damage spells you can and some you can't. Usually ones that look like they're coming down can be cast on a wall, so that was why I thought that punch might work. And given the way I knew we were going to be approaching this, perhaps it would have been wise to feast. Oh, right. Sorry, you're in range mode. I want you to stonehorn the door. As soon as these gates are open, obviously we're going to rip them apart. Oh right, Stone Shaker. I forgot about Stone Shaker. We just don't use it very much. Yeah, let's just shake the stone right here, shall we? Okay. Gate is open. We are murdering. So that's like a wizard. We haven't seen very many of those. A lot of the Cathayan wizard core has been units that are at least like, you know, they're lords or whatever. But that's just like a normal ass wizard. These things can happen, I suppose. Yeah, I forgot we had the equivalent of a knock spell. That's pretty good. They shouldn't let us have that. Alright, the charging is happening. We're killing the garrison leader right away. Spear troops. I get what you're thinking. I get how you could think that might be useful against an ogre charge. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. Stay focused. I should have used the foe seeker while actually going through the gate. That's fine. But I can't believe how low the cooldown is on this. The spell is bananas. Alright. So we've got some gates on this side open. The our new reinforcements are just gonna use the thing to cheat through those gates, obviously. Let's cast a spell. Try a quick Bone Crusher. And also punch. And, you know, just like run through the gate and commit murders. Oh, this one's not open yet. But whatever, keep beating on that for the moment. Oh, actually, never mind. Our Lord needs to focus this way. God, that punch comes down so slowly. Let's open a gate for y'all. Probably the one that leads directly into the main plaza. Yeah. So new army, starting here. Just everybody get to right there, and then once the gate is gone, we'll be able to give them the order to move forward. Right now, they will not understand it. They will strategically not understand it. We captured an enemy victory point. I'm not sure what it is because there's not actually anything here to capture. Our Hunter Lord is taking a fair amount of damage. So this was the second gate that was destroyed. I thought the front gates had been opened. Let's have y'all just kind of, I mean, everybody in through here and just kill anyone you can find. Doesn't have to be complicated. Our hunter is absorbing a lot of damage, which sucks. This has happened, and so we can commit our good old Thunder Mace. Having a lot of ogres who are just not really performing their tasks, which sucks. Somebody backcharge those nerds. Okay. A lot of slowness here. Pretty good Thunder Mace. They stopped short of actually landing the charge. They just decided they didn't want to.
Serve the ogres!
Okay, so we have control of the gates.
Let's go, Noggles!
Let's use it to get control of more stuff.
Yes!
There we go. That's kind of a real charge. Yeah, that's something.
The position is ours! The meat wants it back!
Okay, I do not care much about these gate points. You are just not doing the thing I told you to do. Getting a lot of sort of what I might describe as recalcitrance here on the part of our units. Just don't feel like the orders I gave them are very important. Can I just drop this? Okay, it says destroys buildings and siege vehicles. In theory, it's not for dropping on units, but I am curious. Wait, where's that? Here's that hallway. What happens if I just do this here? Does it have any effect at all? No, not really. That makes sense.
Noblesse!
Iron guts!
Tribe!
Kill. Please remain focused on goals and objectives. Do not let the enemies do stuff.
The more cool!
Actually, you know
It is secure!
could you fall back and do this? Because actually, my ogres are losing in a slow motion battle with Celestial Dragon Guard, which, you know, makes sense. Those are halberd troops. So we're just going to press them a little bit from a couple of different sides.
Guts out, boys! Killing time!
My lord has decided that his orders are unimportant. What really matters is standing still with his back to the enemies.
Ogres! Crunch their skull!
We're still getting actually a lot of this behavior where
Purge
our
this
units
way.
just, yeah, they disengage from their orders.
Sing! Following the saints!
How did?
Biggest in the tribe!
Okay, y'all are pursuing a. Fine, just go grab this. Stop pursuing whoever that is. I don't care about them. Okay, these units are coming to get the building over here. It's happening slowly. It is a lot to command units spread over such a large area. But I like it. I like the more intricate battles. So we ended up taking a huge amount of damage on our Lord and our Hunter, but we'll just hunker down in our fancy new fort here to deal with that. So we haven't really had the chance very much. I guess a little bit at the dwarf fort, but we haven't really had the chance to take cover in another faction's settlement. I'm hoping that we get to take like proper advantage of the walls and whatnot, relative to, you know, our settlements are crappy for defense. They are not fun to defend. This one has like nice walls and actual towers, real towers along the wall. That's the kind of stuff I want to have. I will say, I don't necessarily think that the ogres... I don't think that they're really my kind of force. I really like the sort of like the dense infantry formation things. Like, it's fun to have a monster or two, don't get me wrong.
A store for me.
Okay, we did that. Our allies should be quite happy about it. We don't need one of these, and there are other things here we're going to need. I'm going to drop both of those, actually.
Ogre tyrant.
Excuse me. Let's finish off Lightning Strike. It is really nice to have.
Touch it.
And same deal here, I think. Oh, you had a lot of skill points. Okay, so Renowned Feastmaster, I mean, that's pretty great. Prophet of the Great Maw, cooldown minus 10% to all spells is good. Attrition down for the whole army. I gotta say, I really do like casualty replenishment rate, as y'all well know. I'm gonna take Renowned Feastmaster.
A fine tool of butchery.
So now we're in friendly territory here, and
No one beats my
I think we're just gonna spend a turn or two recovering. You're still a couple levels away from being able to gain immortality. Honestly, more HP is pretty good. This skill scales a little bit better. Let's finish that.
I win again.
So you're in friendly territory. Why are you not replenishing? Local effects. That's not an answer to my question. Alright, well, we're going to have to put them into replenishment mode to fix that, which is a little awkward. Okay, hold on. Let me grab Targog, because Targog's turn is relatively simple. Targog is headed down toward Carrick Azorn to deal with this problem.
Move your leg meat faster.
Because I have convinced myself that I can handle this problem separately.
Ogre slaughter master.
Grog is only level 10, so we have no...
I serve only the Ice Court.
Do we want to try... My guess is
No higher power.
they are, in fact, going to accept the battle. If we go for this, they're going to fight us. Do we try to eliminate this force as quickly as we can and then deal with their other, like, their extremely heavy ranged forces?
Warriors bow.
And this is basically not an army at all. The only thing this army has going for it is Little Grom.
Unhand the Tsarina.
We do need to break them.
Emissary.
Like, I actually don't think it's... Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. They'll accept our assault here. If we were to fail, this would be disastrous. And we only have 1 minute to fuck up this first army before Katarina shows up. And Katarin's got the... she's got the real reinforcements. That said, this initial army is very small. And it's mostly archers. It's just archers and characters, really. And like half of the Kislevite troops are archers who can fight, and half of them are fighters who can arch. But this is mostly the latter, or the former, which is, you know, good for us if we can actually accomplish any of our charges. I'm a little concerned about this. This might be really bad. Actually, this might be really bad. Okay, so I definitely want to set up on this side. As ever, you're just here to stand there. Gorgers are going to be as close as they can be safely. Y'all are also on this side because we want to be spilling blood here as quickly as possible. And like actually kind of the whole army stacks up right here, I think, and just runs forward as fast as possible. Believe that is the case. Okay, so as far as the Noblar positions go, let's make sure that they're sort of like they're approaching in such a way that they can. So we're getting archers from here and then garbage from there like a minute later. Interesting. The higher your lord's level is relative to the enemy lords, the more accurate estimates of both arrival time and position will be. So they're rough estimates, and your lord's level serves as a sort of like an indicator of strategic acumen. That's what lord level represents. That's a cool way of doing that. So we probably need to be pretty careful here. Let's have y'all step to like here. And then again, we wanna approach, but we have to be very careful not to just let them fire arrows at us for free. You do have upgraded maw, but what you do not have is extra ingredients. So who knows if we'll be able to cast it. And the cannons should be in position to just open fire without needing any specific orders. That was a pretty soft hit. Gosh, I wish this was like 4 units of Gorgers, you know? Okay. Something. It's something.
Leg belchers.
Alright, Belch led somewhere around... Ah, you're in range. You can just start firing. Okay, they're slowing as many of us as they can, but they have at this point properly committed forward movement to battle, and now we must punish. I mean, you know, as best we can. It is interesting the way they've lined up for this. Like, they don't really seem to want to get their characters involved in the first attack, which I don't really understand, because I would think those characters would be like absolutely critical to victory, to holding us. I don't know if it's quite time to run you up yet. Let's definitely have our Lord go for it. We are going to have them all by the time the enemy force shows up. Don't know if I want to get... I mean, she's a witch, but she's also level 18, so she's probably got some pretty good stats. Alright, here comes Katarin's archer squad. Alright, managed to catch them holding position for way too long. Your job is going to be keeping them from approaching for a sec. And does this wizard have overcast on Bone Crusher? He does. Okay. A Bone Crusher here is going to be really good for speeding this up. I don't want to spend a whole maw because it feels like it's probably a little bit of overkill. So your firing range is almost good enough. I'm gonna have them sort of like refocus so that they're mostly shooting at those enemies. You just stay real close in case they get charged. We're gonna reposition these ones as well for a similar purpose. I guess I'm just gonna give them an attack order. We'll see how that works out. We are seeing some breakage, which is good.
Take it home.
Obviously, it doesn't matter if the enemy army breaks if they're all just dead, though. That's what I would describe as a superior solution.
We go.
Okay, Katarin's gonna just rush the ranged. I mean, they're semi-ranged. I forgot she was going to summon a snow leopard at us. That does complicate things somewhat. try to make her unable to cast cleanly.
Searching for ingredients. They die.
Alright, she took some damage there at least. Alright, that unit of Noblars is buying time for us, which is all we could really ask of them. I do hate this thing where, like, Kislevite units will just hang at I have no morale left for extremely long periods of time, but never actually give up. Is fire occurring? I'm not seeing a lot of cannon fire here. These enemies are well within our range. Not sure why we're not shooting. Start firing over there. We almost have the magic for an upgraded Maw, and I want to make sure I catch as many archers as I can in that, because obviously we're going to get one of them, and it's got to be the one. But if we do this, we have cleared this. If we do this even in a way that costs us the entirety of this force, effectively, we have cleared the front in a way that we can be quite happy about. A way that will allow us to recover before they can recover, for sure. Alright, yeah, press, press, press. These ones, I think, they're having trouble shooting because of line of sight. They're shooting cannons, but they don't have the ability to arc their shots like cannons, I think. Katerin is just immune to damage, which is kind of what I was afraid of. Alright, we're going to have our Lord break off.
When supper! Leader of butchers!
So we're getting them to stop moving. It's like quite what I want. It's not dense enough. I mean, that's what I want. Maybe have our Lord run in a different direction.
A good recipe! Slaughtermaster moving!
Come on, go off, go off, go off. Okay.
Guts out, boys! My cleaver is sharp!
Don't spend it early because it doesn't follow you.
I hear its call! Embrace
there we go.
the hunger!
Yeah, pretty solid. So the cannons are just walking all the way up into combat, despite the fact that they do not need to do that. There should be like little to no benefit to them in doing that. In fact, it's something their AI should be like strongly against. And we have this really annoying thing where like their units are able to tie up, their single figures are able to tie up multiple units of mine because my units just choose to get stuck on things rather than executing any kind of movement order. We have to babysit a tremendous amount here.
This way! Run for it!
That said,
Get it done!
we've done some really good damage.
Ogre mate! Serve the ogres! Run for it! Lead belchers!
Alright, keep shooting at her. Y'all can actually stop here. We don't have to go all the way back to the trees.
Guided by ancestors.
Okay.
Yoplars!
I hate the fact that we're having, like, ogres are breaking all over the place because they're getting shot at by units that should have surrendered long ago. Because the rules are just, they're very squishy. Do I have enough to overcast? I do not have enough to overcast this. I can normal cast it, and I guess I should. Yeah, but we're suffering really a tremendous loss of morale here from the fact that we are totally owning them. I guess. See how that really breaks down your ambitions?
Brother Troy!
It's like we are winning this battle, and like not by a small amount.
Bring us me! Run for it!
But our units don't agree.
When do we eat?
Y'all fight different targets here. Noblars are holding their better individual combat units in place.
Rampage this way! Scarper!
Okay, got a permanent break. Big deal.
The hunger north!
Just about to have Thunder Mace again. So why don't y'all back up?
Call of the North!
Big stats up for all of y'all.
Dragon Guard!
Order and balance.
They're still not shooting, actually. You know what? The Gorgers should come back. The Gorgers are good at fighting infantry specifically.
After me!
We had a moment there where I thought our entire army was just going to give up.
They're dead! Hold together! Find the mill! Ah! Ogres!
Okay, Gorgers are finally in. Logrom's crew. I mean, like, Logrom is crewed by bears and stuff, so it's not actually a totally trivial take with a group of ogres, because they can't kill the bears quickly, and then the charge bonus wears off, and the fight's still happening, and that's not good news for us ever. Try to give her some inability to cast spells, although she may not even have much left in the tank at this point.
Looking for me!
You lot, charge her and use better melee skills to do so.
When do we eat?
All right, the cannons are shooting a little bit. You can see their ammo bars have decreased. That's good.
I said so!
Okay, that did a lot more damage to us than I was hoping, but we did survive.
Bring us me!
I mean, I knew it might be tough, but I really, like...
The cleaver!
There was a moment there where it looked like our units were fully going to surrender while we were obviously winning the battle. I would love to actually wound out Katerin and get the trait for doing so here.
Take it all! Looking for me!
Get in there and pin her. Do not let her get away. You notice how my units, like, they always go out of their way to be all on the same side of an enemy?
Prime on the move! I say so!
They really, really don't want to do the right thing. The useful thing.
Biggest in the tribe!
Y'all back up.
The meat hook is ready!
Stop her from getting away. I don't want to lower her leadership. I just want to raise the combat stats of whoever else is here. Okay, there we go. Well, she really took a piece out of Grolg here. Especially right there at the end of the battle. She hit him for like a third of his total HP. But now he gets the trait for defeating her. And I don't remember if it's good, but I mean, it's certainly worth having. And we left a grand total of 55 of them alive. So my assumption is they're going to... All three of these armies are still going to be intact after the battle. But they should be obviously very easy to clean up from here. And we spent hardly any of Grog's movement. So hopefully we just have three really fast gunner cleanups. And then... That said, we may actually still have to do those cleanup battles manually, because the fact that we have badly injured units means that the game's auto-resolve will kill those units, even if there's no reason for them to ever take damage. I miss playing forces that could just run a gun line, you know? That's that's really my thing. Melee weapons are fine and everything, but what if we just shot them with the biggest guns? Or the largest quantity of guns. Your Vampire Coast is very satisfying. Wow, 5,100 gold. I do appreciate them showing up with all this money. It makes my life a lot easier. You know what? I am going to take the replenishment here, actually. Okay. Grog causes terror when fighting Kislev. I think it's not difficult for an Ogre Lord to cause terror anyway, so that turns out not to be a very valuable trait.
It will harvest many ingredients.
Alright. Yep. Ridiculously, we must manually resolve this, because if we auto-resolve it, it is going to kill one of my units for no reason. This should be one that we can resolve entirely on the cannons. We shouldn't have to do any melee combat at all, probably. But we'll keep the Noblars in front, and yeah. And at this point, since all of these units have had a loss and a retreat, anything that we drive off the battlefield is dead anyway, so... Getting shot at by cannons, very bad for your leadership. Many units will flee under direct cannon fire.
Cannons!
Okay, definitely had both of my cannon units selected there. Whatever, it's fine.
Bring us meat!
Okay, and that's probably about all that's going to take.
I ain't no gobbo!
Have y'all up here. Have the rest of you ogres stand way back. Do not endanger yourselves.
Lead belchers! First we shall harvest the meat, then we shall dine upon it.
Yeah, that's the idea. I'm gonna move up and see if I can give them a
I hear it's
little bit of a push here. All right, solid work from the gunners.
It needs meat! Chop and flame! Cookmaster soon.
Get her. Get her. Okay, that was a really sad attempt at a punch.
Commander,
All right, never mind.
I smell me!
Hey, guns.
Of the meat!
Don't get distracted now. I had told them to fight the other one.
Feel the hunger!
Okay. One of the gunners fired a single projectile and she surrendered. She's like, well, hold on a second. If I'm going to be personally in danger, I want no part of this. She did get 3 kills with her stupid spell cast. I'm sure we got the miscast chance thing on her, so it did more damage to her than it did to us, I'm sure. Wait, who was it who died? Oh, it was probably just like, it was probably 3 bodies in the crews of the cannons or something, because the rest of our units look fine. Now we're probably going to have to do the same thing with the Tsarina, because, again, it will kill our low health ogre units if we auto-resolve, but that should be a little bit easier, actually, even, because I think she just had the 1 character in her army, and then it's going to be like a single low health infantry unit, which should collapse immediately under gunfire from the lead belchers. Lead belchers seem pretty good. I like the distinct character that our armies are developing, and I think the presence of the allied troops really helps with that. We took no captives, and so we got no captive choice. All right.
Ogre slew a master.
Oh, that's right. The Tsarina's dead. This is a new lord. Well, all right.
Through the pain.
We don't have the movement necessary to finish him off, so I guess we'll just fall back. And that got us such a huge amount of money.
Ogre tyrant.
Definitely pursuing this. And you know what? Also that.
Such ignorance.
Ogre viability.
Yeah, turn around and try to kill something here. Probably the demon.
They will know burning agony. Bah! My fire way.
Just embarrassing. My fire waned indeed. Alright, you are headed over to the Kislev front to help us out with that whole situation. And then we're probably not going to spend any more money this turn. So there we go. A significant portion of a single turn of Total War Warhammer. It wasn't even the whole turn. That's wild. I do not remember if Graces is in a position where he's going to get attacked or not. I do wonder, like, maybe should we use 2 armies to help out up here in Cathay and carve out a portion of Cathay for ourselves? Or should we run one of these armies back to help fight the Orthodoxy and use the, okay, they want to do the thing. I think we probably should manual this because, I mean, first of all, that auto-resolve is going to kill too many units. But secondly, I think we're going to have to fight another battle after this, maybe? There was another army that was pretty close to the teleporter. That's a rough island where they put 2 armies directly on top of the teleporter. So we'll take this fight, and then we'll take that fight, and hopefully there'll still be something left. We may have to use our next event thing for global recruitment rather than for sigil revealing. Hey, look! Occasionally you still get to make a choice. The thing is, if you're careful at all, in a lot of the areas, you can avoid needing to lose units, and you should be able to just replenish the same units over and over again. The siege area is a little bit different on account of all of the blind teleporting you have to do. So for whatever reason, we don't get to see where they are, but they're attacking us, so we can probably play this pretty careful. Like, where do I don't want to meet them in this area with all these cliffs and stuff. They can come over here and fight me in the open if they want to fight.
Bring us meat. Hungry.
We're gonna take some losses here for sure. This is gonna be
I
messy.
smell game.
The Stonehorn can be over here. I really don't want these Gorgers in a vulnerable position, and y'all can just, okay. And they're gonna come to us.
Doesn't matter who they are, what tricks they've got. They're only mate.
My hope here, of course, is that they are going to separate a lot because their units have very different speeds. We need to deal with some of these flyers way before everything else. Are they actually bringing anything around the side? No, some of their stuff like ran into the post and then veered around. Once again, their flyers seeming to give a lot of preferential approach to units that they are supposed to not be able to see.
Greasus.
Yeah, they're not trying to maintain the fiction at all.
Boys.
That's pretty... That's pretty bullshit, actually. That sucks a lot. They can just see your hidden units no matter what. And I like it. It makes sense to a certain extent because Tzeentch, but all right, you three are going to stick to the retreat order. Healthier units can engage directly, and then we'll do some flanking around and. I really want you for helping to deal with this stuff. Yeah, they really get to fuck up everything by just always knowing where your units are no matter what. That really sucks. Okay, run this way.
I want it all.
Where's me master? Here we go!
Okay, now turn around. Now that you're in charging position, go ahead and charge. Let's just... Same deal over here, just charge. And it looks like these units are going to go down fast enough that we can just have most of the ogre units in here just go straight for the enemy. You're going to go help with those Forsaken, using all of your speed and a significant portion of your cunning. And hey, look, it's more units who for sure knew exactly where we were the entire time.
For the masters!
The overtime. Eternal. This way.
All right. We gotta get to feasting here. These units are, yeah, dead enough is the way I would put that. I guess we should spare one ogre unit to help break that down. Try to get out, I guess. Same deal with you.
Leg it!
Iron guts.
Okay. For the most part, all we have to do is get in on them. Once we're in melee, they're already losing. It's not universal, though.
The tracker. Serve the ogres! Meal time!
Who do they think they are? Okay, you just completely deleted one of them upon making contact. That's fun.
If I got a killing time.
Units elected that not to perform their orders. Figured their orders couldn't possibly be that important.
Behold my guts. Find a meal.
Find them and kill them!
Okay, there we go.
To try
There's the surrender. I mean,
thunder in full.
we're in pretty rough shape, though.
Wait, ogre mates!
This next battle's gonna be tough. Stonehorn determined to kill him without actually making contact. It's just like No, I can scare him to death. Watch, watch. I know I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. So yeah, we're losses 217. That's basically all of the Noblars. We are gonna need some help here. We can put our army back together pretty solidly in a single turn of global recruitment. It does mean missing out on information. But at this point, we might have enough information necessary to deduce what teleporter to take on each island. And like, the information only helps you so much. It can help avoid you taking a wrong turn somewhere, but most of the time you only have like 2 teleporters to choose from, or you have no choice to make it all, and it doesn't matter what the symbols are, because there's only one other teleporter on your island. So missing a sigil hit here and there, it's not a big deal. We are almost certainly going to take the replenishment, whatever is offered to us. It's going to be a tiny amount, but same for the other numbers. Oh, there is a reveal button on this battle, too. The thing is, we're in such dire straits. You know what? Yeah, reveal me a sigil. Okay, the other army didn't attack us. Well, that's good news. That said, we lost enough Noblars that we absolutely do have to take the, That was a weird camera move. We absolutely do have to take the global recruitment, because they need to refill the army. I think there are 2 teleporters off of our current island. Yes. At this point, I'm a lot less concerned about our like overall diplomatic relationships, because I think we're very solid with the Western Kingdoms, and I think we will remain so until there is the threat of a game win. Oh. Okay.
The loser gets eaten.
Weird.
Couldn't care less.
They just dashed themselves against the wall of the Carrack long before they were ready. Okay, well, I guess we can redirect what's his name. Okay, so
Racist. The shockingly obese.
we're taking redline stuff with Greasus. In particular, Best Eaters.
Looks valuable. I'll have it.
Both the ones who are best at eating and also the ones who are best. And, you know, like, everyone in our army is an eater, so. Gonna kill 3 of my units to... I just want to... like, if we win this battle, we get to reveal another sigil, right? So here, we'll manual this. We'll have it be very... We'll do it as fast as we can. We'll reveal a sigil, then we'll go hit the point and do the health reset. I would do it in the other order if we could, but we will lose all of our movement when we hit the thing. I am really surprised that other Tsuchian army on the island didn't come after us. They definitely could have reached us. The game had some mercy, it would seem. So this is just like Greasus and the Hunter, right? Nobody else needs to be involved here. And nobody else can get involved in safety anyway. Although I guess any of the high health ogre units can participate, because anyone who's not at risk of losing their unit can participate, because we're going to get full health up on everybody anyway. So yeah, we're going to separate this into non-participants. Okay, cool. That's not a thing I did. The UI is so cantankerous. Sometimes it just decides that it's gonna change your selections and stuff. All right, y'all are group 2.
Greasus, Goldtooth.
Murder?
Kill them any way you want. No rules here. Dead is dead.
Guess you may as well start with one of those. Actually, you know what?
Genius!
Let's get an open line of fire before we do that, because otherwise he is just going to hit a tree.
Suits me! For the more!
That attack has some very serious windup. It's probably not exactly how he envisioned that working.
The ogre tyrant, eternal. I'll crush them. I am legend.
Are you proud? Are you proud of your charge now? Was that a good idea? Go handle that. Greasus has got this bit under control himself. It's a very unique fighting style he's developed there. So we can turn the cart a little bit. It's got some really excellent drift-based maneuvers. They're probably faster than I am. Yeah, alright. Somehow their lord is still fighting. How do you have any leadership left? You have 2 Stonehorns on you, and you're all alone.
The more cool!
Alright, disengage. We're gonna do some fresh charging here.
Find a mill!
And I'm gonna continually issue this order so that they actually do it instead of deciding that they are meleeing him and ignoring my orders.
They'll do! Let's go, boys!
There we go. Giving the Stonehorns a more direct avenue of play seems to have broken his morale. That's bizarre. That's bizarre that that works that way. Okay. Hopefully we took enough of a prisoner group that we can interrogate them about the sigils. I'm not sure that we left anybody alive to give us information there. And then we do have to deal with this other siege army on this thing, and there's probably no way of avoiding that, sadly. But we will definitely do that after we hit the replenishment point, because I don't know that I want to take on another one of those forces in full while we're in the state we're in. We'd probably win, but we might lose enough units that it would compel us to spend more time recruiting, and that's a loss for, you know, many reasons. It sure would be great if Greasus were like down on the world map helping us fight all the difficult stuff. Every turn that he's not down there, I'm feeling it. And in particular, Greasus on that western front would be huge. Wow, we got 1,750 gold from that?
Talking boys.
Okay. Ding dong, Falco's dead.
We'll throw a great feast.
Right, is this...
Great.
Should I fight them and then...
Shockingly obese. Join me. It's not a choice.
If I go into encamp, does it let me do... Oh, interesting. I thought there's an option here that lets you recruit, so I can do it without the sigil. You know what? I'm going to give this some thought. I think this is where we're going to call it. I was going to resolve Greasus' move first, just so that we did something with him this episode. But, you know what? Let's call it here. I'm going to think about whether I want to try to attack Alas with this force. I'm a little worried we'll lose too many units of ogres and have to spend too much time rebuilding. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, when you come back next time, we'll be doing something, certainly, with Grease's Goldtooth, and then hopefully not spending the rest of the episode on this one turn. And we'll see you then.